Welcome back, everybody, to Speak Up at FOM, Real Conversations, Real Impact. So again, just to remind everybody, our topic today is, can we trust AI doctors or robots to do operations? So in part 2, we're going to look and talk about the benefits and the risks with using AI in our medical field. So, Prof. Ong, the first question for you. What are some of the potential benefits of robot-assisted surgeries? Examples would be in terms of precision, in terms of, say, recovery time, and also trying to reduce complications. What are your thoughts?
As for now, the current understanding and the actual fact is that the robot will maximize the benefit of minimally invasive surgery, which is all what we call keyhole, many of those keyhole surgery that enable us to do surgery in a very safe manner, reduce blood loss, reduce pain, and expedite discharge from the ward. Yeah, so these are the benefit of minimally invasive or some called keyhole surgery. Robot can maximize that effect. And that is almost that we consider facts. And then also on top of that, the current robotic system has the extra added advantage of magnifying the surgical field, and give kind of a 3D touch image and touch to that, and that increase the precision of it, of the surgery. So because of a magnification and a clear surgical view of the whole operating field. That's one thing. Another thing, because the robotic arm is very versatile, for example, the Da Vinci model will mention that it can have a 7 degree of movement, almost like a human hand, or maybe better, because it won't get tired. And it can go to very deep spaces in the human body when it's very difficult for the human hands to go into. For example,
being probably like steady as well. Your human hands, you can shake a little.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. That's why you can be a surgeon. You get that point. Because third point is that, beside the kind of maneuverability, we call the dexterity of that, the stability comes in. Because one of the early advantage that the company selling the robot is promoting, it filter out the tremors. The shaking hand, So if you have a shaking hand, like most of us have after a drink of coffee or so, you can still perform the surgery because the robot hand, it will filter out the tremors and the shaking of the hand and make the operation smooth and safe. So those are the advantage of the robotic surgery, on top of the minimally invasive surgery benefit. But of course, when AI come in later on, we will see maybe, other benefit on surgical planning, on surgical assisted guidance, navigation, like your co-pilot, your co-pilot that guide you into the war zone, that kind of thing. That could be helpful, that will come in the future,
And I think also using robots to do surgery at this point sort of can extend the longevity of a doctor's career as well. Because, yes, we all grow old and usually, it's retirement time. Like you guys are out. But I mean, these are individuals who've been in the field for so long. They have so much knowledge. They may not have the stability, as you said, in terms of their surgical, but they AI, if we were to implement it, they can learn from all these intelligent surgeons with many hours of surgical under their belt.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
That's a good point too.
So I have to delay my retirement age.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
Okay, so the next question is like, do you think AI, like if you were to use AI in robotic surgery, can it lead to eventually having higher accuracy than human doctors when executing these surgeries?
At the moment, of course, the correct answer is we do not know at this moment to 2025. But things will definitely change in the future. like I have illustrated earlier, right? It can help us to plan the surgery better. That will kind of can explain to the patient in a more precise way. And during operation, the AI tool can guide us, like I said, the co-pilot, and tell us to fly to the right, fly to the left. You know, there's a danger hidden below. Be careful. I think that will increase the precision, the safety of the whole surgery, and that will come in. And after surgery, you know, it might even advise us to how to take care of the post-operative kind of management, and how to rehabilitate the patient to his own self again. So those in those parts, the AI will come in.
Yeah, because I can imagine. I mean, we're all humans. We're all not made equal. You know, in terms of come down to genetics and how our bodies are all structured. So I do think post-operatively, maybe AI would be able to pick up on these little individual sensitivities, and this is very good. This is a very good vessel, but this particular individual has a slightly weaker vessel. Post-operatively, you might have to check on these conditions, right?
And you make a good point that the AI can gather the surgical maneuver and skill of very experienced surgeon all over the world. Maybe that it can kind of imagine, wow, for this particular operation, we have gathered like 100 world expert, and the best maneuver is turning left then right. For example. Oh, that could be later on become the standard surgical maneuver. Right. So I think that's a good point. That's a good point.
So that's all so far we talked about the benefits of it. What about some of the biggest concerns with maybe safety and reliability of these AI doctors or using these AI platforms in medicine?
I think that's our main concern. It's called the pitfalls. In fact, I'm going to give a talk on pitfall of AI in healthcare next week in the College of Surgeons meeting. So this is part of the preparation for the talk. Of course, for the AI itself, at this moment, I'm sure in the future as well, we're all worried about the capability of the AI. Of course, it tend to, sometimes make up story. The famous phrase hallucination, it is still very much there. No matter what model you use, it's still not perfect. Just like human, it will still make mistake.
And it needs to learn.
So very much so, it will learn and it will improve. But the hallucination or the fake fact, wrong fact, fake news and all that, we know about that hallucination. So we are all very worried about that. But of course, hopefully, with improvement in the AI technology, that could be minimized, the hallucination. So that come to how much we trust that particular system and how important human input is there to verify whatever answer or suggestion that's given by the AI tools. That's one. Another one is that beside this, there's rules and regulation on the privacy of the patient. How much information can we share with the AI? Right? That's just another thing that the organization, the healthcare kind of community need to look into as well.
So I really do agree with that. Patient data safety is so important. The more we rely on, I think, AI and stuff, there is a risk for hacking, data hacking to take place. That is something that cybersecurity is so important as well, especially when all these technologies are all coming through.
I think that's an important point. The cybersecurity, the security of the system. That's another aspect. All these things coming in, even a simple tool, a pen drive, AR, VR set that we come in, it can, apparently even those so-called benign looking thing that we plug into the system could kind of transport a hidden virus into a hospital system and corrupt the whole system. So this cybercrime is very much very active now in the world. Many organizations in the world are being held ransom by this called ransomware. In fact, many medical system itself has been held ransom by this kind of hackers. Example, we've seen the last few years in UK, even even in Singapore, there are reported incidents of such hacking. I know even our own hospital system. Yeah, so be careful.
Yeah.
Every day, apparently, more than 1,000 attempts is trying to hack into our own hospital.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Per day.
Not surprised.
So I think there's a message from Fastrio and everyone is very important. Be careful. Use our
careful,
system
guys.
carefully, right?
Yeah.
Don't let any virus come in. Yeah. Yeah. Do COVID measure. Yeah. Social distancing. Very important. Yeah.
Close the doors.
Close the doors. Yeah.
So, I mean, you're in charge of the robotic surgery committee.
Yeah.
Can you share a little bit about how robots are actually currently being used in UMMC in terms of for surgeries?
Oh yeah. So the at the moment we thanks to the director of the hospital, which brought us the robot, and also we are very encouraged to see the enthusiastic kind of adoption of this new technology by our team, from the surgeon and also the anesthetist and also the our theatre nurses. When we ask for volunteers to come into the team, everybody raised their hand. To my surprise, I thought people would say, wait and see. Nobody waited.
Everyone
and see.
excited.
They went in straight from day one. So I think that is the fantastic spirit from the hospital staff. I think if we have stuff like that, the hospital will develop further. But of course, we now we have challenges, because of the the cost of the robot. So we have to find a way how to kind of subsidize for the cost, the consumable, and so on, to maintain it and so on. Number one. Number two, we need to train a group of surgeons that could use the robot. It's a different skill set.
Yeah.
No matter how good your original kind of open surgery or keyhole surgery you are, you need to learn to talk to the robot, sayang the robot, and learn how to use it and let the tool be able to exert its maximum kind of capability. So we are doing that now. But of course, we have the advantage of multidisciplinary kind of use of the robot. We have a strong kind of a medical team, a surgeon to group in the hospital.
Do you guys have like trainings?
Yes, yeah. So that
up to date.
Of course, there is this kind of a training a pathway that the surgeon need to go through in order to be called a robotic surgeon, which is a misnomer. So the surgeon, actually the correct term is surgeon that use the robot to assist the surgery. But anyhow, there is a training pathway. They will go on to an online module to learn the basics of the robotic surgery. Then they will go on a simulator. Oh, this Da Vinci robot that we have a fantastic simulator. Real life simulator. You can be quite good by just practicing. So it's just like a PlayStation or something.
Or a pilot. Just because you're a pilot doesn't mean you can fly a 737 versus an A380. You have to actually be trained to fly these planes.
Same concept. Yeah, very good example in that. So we have all this, we've got at least 8 specialty that will be later incorporated into that will be using the robotic surgery, like urology, ENT, gynecology, that deal with oncological patient, and so on.
And they will all have their specific training.
Specific training for them. Then they will go to be after the online module, simulator. Then they have a wet lab. To operate on the kind of animal model, and then they will come back and they can start their service.
Excellent. So, what talking about this training program and everything that's sort of put in place to empower the surgeon to have the confidence to execute this robotic surgery, what kind of data or performance benchmarks do you actually take in to measure, how good that instrument is, or soon is how trustworthy is AI when AI comes in. So what are some of the performance benchmarks that you're looking for?
At the moment, the general kind of accepted benchmark will be the kind of, for example, like you mentioned, we're doing using robot to operate a patient with cancer. So kind of they call the oncological outcome is important. Right, so whether you do after the surgery, the cancer recur or not, so that's one measure. So that is oncological outcome. Next thing that is this functional outcome, whether they regain back their function after the normal function after the surgery, like their control of their urination, their sexual function, and so on. So that is another functional outcome. That is quite a common practice that we quote in our kind of audit, in publication regarding the use of robot. But later on, I mean, there are other measures that will come in as well. You know, how long you take for the operation. Later, when AI come in to analyze our surgical movement, see the ergonomic, the economy of your movement, the efficiency of your movement. I think later on, those parameters will come in. I think in some country, I think in Australia, they do measure, even give the feedback on the output and the result of various surgeons. Oh, nice. And the so-called league table apparently is available in open source open source information. But that need to be verified. Apparently they do, but they do have a league table of various surgeons.
Have you seen like improvements? For example, this particular surgery using hand versus using robots. Do you see a great improvement in terms of patient outcomes after?
Yeah. So that's an important question. Yeah, whether you're using robot and not using robot, whether it result in better outcome or not. Yeah. There's always a debate on that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, at the moment, either a robot or the keyhole surgery, the main player on top is still the surgeon. Still that surgeon.
Yes.
So a very good surgeon, you give that person, he or she, whichever two, he or she can produce fantastic result. So the study on this kind of a robot versus human, those kind of study are difficult to control because the surgeon is the main factor. You know, you compare a senior surgeon with the junior surgeon, then the comparison become not very equal. Cool. Yeah? Even the same surgeon, the performance might vary day to day.
That is true. We are humans at the end of the day.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow, maybe I'm a bit tired and all that kind of thing. We might not be so sharp the other day. So that is why, you know, like you said, you know, like all of us know, one day when AI come to assist us, you know,
that
so
we can get
so
rid
you
of
can
all
maintain
those.
that high standard.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a role of AI.
Do you see like maybe the younger generation of doctors adopting robotic surgery easier compared to senior members of staff? Like, have you seen that happening?
Yeah, maybe that's true because the younger generation might have the chance to play more high-end games, kind of PlayStation and so on. Yeah, so they have a lot of better kind of hand dexterity.
Motor skills.
The motor skill and reaction time, right? All the shooting game that be available, you just need to be very fast. Yeah. Old people like you get shot and you're dead within 3 seconds or less. Yeah. But young people like fast will survive more than an hour in those shooting games. Yeah?
I will try.
Yeah. So one day, you know, maybe these people who are good in game, and I think their study we show that the student who play games actually can maneuver the robots better. And there's recent news saying there's a small study showing that the surgeon who spend at least 4 hours every week playing some computer game or something, they do perform better in their surgery. Yeah. That kind of, you just need to keep your muscle ready, your reflex time ready to be sharp all the time. It's just like any sportsman. They just need to practice every day. Though we only see the glorious moment when they win the French Open. But they invested so much time to be sharp, day in, day out, and then they just maintain that kind of readiness. Yeah.
So, so for now, as you said, robotic surgery, the main player still is the surgeon.
Oh yes.
Okay. When AI comes in, and now it's AI-powered robotic surgery. If there was a mistake, this is the last question for this segment. If there was a mistake that happens, who do you think is liable?
Okay, no, that question will come. Yeah, at this moment,
it's too early to tell. It's too early to tell. So I'm just like pushing you a little bit from
Like, it's in the future, right?
Yeah. So who do you think is liable?
One day, in the future, we don't know how far it is from now. So if the surgery is done and AI come into that, you know, if something go wrong, right? Who is at fault? Yeah. So it all will depend on the rules and regulation and the law at that time, right? So of course, the surgeon have a role to play, yeah. And then the hospital itself, yeah, of the vicarious liability as well. And in fact, I have searched on this question, yeah, on whether can we blame the AI? Yeah, we blame the doctors. Yeah, it's there. Yeah, defendant number 1, the doctor.
Yeah.
Defendant number 2, the hospital. How about do we list AI as defendant number 3? Do we do that? Yeah, do we do that? Yeah. Apparently, nobody knows unless apparently. Based on the current law, if that AI is considered an employee, employee
hospital?
of the hospital, then we just sue that AI. Yeah, where whichever company that sell that hospital, the AI, it might be liable, right? At the end, whichever organization, either external or internal, that runs the AI system might be liable. You can sue this third defendant. Hey, you have created a lousy AI system.
That makes sense.
Maybe,
it makes
yeah,
sense
maybe.
to me.
Yeah.
All right, so that is the end of part 2 of our topic today. So come back again for part 3.